Maz is declaring it, you know. She is going to be.
The man a draw me out.
Yes, man. I put it in.
No, bro, stop drawing me out.
She's going to be the first woman to jump 16 meters. Remember, if it happened, you know.
Well, it was
Maz
pretty.
said it. Not me.
What's up? Alright, welcome to the Track World Podcast. I'm Omaro.
And I'm your next host, Ronaldo. Welcome.
Yeah, man. So basically, the idea behind the Track World Podcast is that we want to discuss everything track. We're going to be tracking the track.
Tracking the track. Everything track and field. The mix up, you know, the fast times,
the slow times, in between, you know, the pop down performances. For those persons who are not Jamaican, that means they're not so good performances. Right? And the glorious moments. I think that in particular, 2022, for example, was an amazing year.
Amazing track and field year.
You know,
right, Amar, when you look at it, right? How many global events took place this year?
About 3, like
3 events. The
that is
Commonwealth,
the World Championships, and we have.
World Juniors.
What do you call Pent? No, Pent is not.
Well, you know.
But for the youngsters, because we are interested in youngsters as well as
yes.
the
World Juniors,
so World
boys and girls,
even world class.
Yeah, man.
Right now we're Jamaicans, so we're going to definitely be talking about the Jamaican track scene, which is of course one of the top in the world. You know what I mean? Over 100 years in history, for example, and that kind of thing. So we are very, very much invested in the development and, you know, the youths as well. So again, when we say everything track,
all things track and field. So man's ready.
Right.
Let's kick it off.
So first thing we have to do is, of course, review.
We have to review 2022 track season, right?
Right.
So I'll put it out there to you first. What are your thoughts on 2022, you know?
Well, I think that 2022, just summarizing, we had some very great moments. Again, for me, we're not going to get into it fully like top performances.
Definitely.
But definitely like the Shelly and Fraser Price, who is defying the odds. I mean, I think she moved to the GOAT status for sure. The Duplantis as well.
Yeah.
These people who are like, you know, not just world beaters. And then, again, the youths, the twins, the Clinton twins.
Yeah,
you know,
definitely.
You know,
we'll get to World Juniors, I have so much to talk about. Right?
The brilliance all around. I think track is just has been a very exciting affair this year, 2022. But what do you think?
Well, I mean, Commonwealth Games, you know, Elaine won the double.
Yeah,
you know, She didn't get to do it at World Championship,
right.
So that's Elaine is, I'm a big fan. So,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. We know that you are a big fan of.
So Commonwealth was really nice. World Juniors, you know, seeing Nkrumah Boaji running some splendid time. You know, Sandra Davison as well. So I mean, overall, I would say it was a good year for Jamaican track and field. More so on the women's side, but a little less so on the men's side.
Well, you're talking about in Jamaica, right?
But in Jamaica, yeah. But overall, globally, I thought it was a great year for track and field. We had so much events, as I said, the Commonwealth Games, you know, the World Championship in the United States.
Right.
We have to be happy. We have to be grateful, right?
I mean, of course, and then you know, Jamaica did very well as well. Jamaica did fantastic, right? You know, we still want. I mean, there's good and there's bad and there's indifferent. I think that, of course, we're still wondering what's happening. If there's going to be somebody that's going to step up and carry the mantle forward in terms of male sprint.
Yeah, definitely, because since Usain Bolt, you know, we've tapered off a bit on the men's side. But I mean, let's get into it now. Straight away now. So, you know, 2022, let's start with the World Championship, right? Because that is the biggest event for 2022. Your top 5 moments.
I think I want you to go first because you are the data man, right? And my top 5 is, I mean, as you know, my top 5 moments is always not just about performances, but it's on track, off track, and around track, right? So tell us about your on track experience or your on track overview or thoughts about top 5 performances.
Alright, let's start worldwide. So top 5 worldwide. Combining both male and female. I think number 1 has to be USA 1, 2, 3 in the 100 meters. And just for the viewers, you know, I don't want to come across as I'm a big US fan or, you know, want to go live in the US. Nothing like that. It's just, when you think about it, imagine the World Championship is in your backyard.
Right.
In your backyard.
Right.
You know, everyone is cheering for you, and then you deliver that. Remember, the finals was on the Saturday, right? The second day 2 of the World Championship. And you give your own team that? No, man.
Yeah, I think that absolutely. But and then not only that, but it was all around a good performance because they were all sub 9.
All sub 10, yeah.
Sub 10, not sub 10,
yeah.
sub 9-9. I mean.
Yeah, all sub 9-9.
So yeah. So that is
986 winning Fred Curley.
Yeah.
988.
You know what I mean?
Trayvon Brown.
And then 988 again for Farid.
Yeah, it was
right.
Good.
So it was overall. It was not Reed. Is
Marvin Bracy, yeah.
Right, sorry about that. So, like, in terms of all around, that was to have sub 9-9 and then meet in the backyard.
Yeah.
I mean, those guys must be incredibly proud. You know what I mean? So alright, I give you that. That is one. Or your next moment.
The next one, again, I'm going US 1, 2, 3 again. I don't want to come across.
No, man. It is what it is.
In the 200 meters, I did not expect US
1, 2, 3.
To 1, 2, 3, yeah. And I'm going to put it out there. I had just a few upsets, you know. Richard from Trinidad, I expected him to upset the party in the 200. I expected Uganda from Dominican Republic to upset the party. But US again delivered 1, 2, 3 in the 200 meter.
Yeah.
And Fred Curley, the 100 champion, remember, he pulled up in the 200.
Right.
So to me, US showed depth.
Proper
depth to still come back 1, 2, 3.
I have
with
to ask.
1931, by the way. Remember, that's 100 of a second of Usain Bolt's Olympic record.
That's some brilliance.
That's some brilliant time. Right?
So my question though is that I noticed you don't mention any Jamaican because I thought that based on the promise that Johan, for example, showed us at the Nationals, like we thought, do you think he would have been able to feature in that 200?
Johan, well, he didn't turn up for the semi-finals.
Right.
I'm not sure what was the issue, but I
think he had some injuries.
But based on the heats, we could all agree that he wouldn't have made the finals. He wouldn't have made the finals. Based on the heats, he wouldn't have made the finals.
So therefore, you're saying that in terms of the 2022 season, Jamaican men didn't really feature in sprint this year.
Yes, but
we can probably summarize it.
That's a big issue that we must touch on that later.
Alright. We're not going yet. We're not going to get to that yet.
Yeah.
Alright, so that's number 2. Number 2.
Number 3 for me now is Sydney McLaughlin. She ran 50.68 in the 400 meter. I don't think you understand how fast that is, you know.
No, man.
I run a 400, just for the viewers, I run a 400 in university, I run 50.6.
What?
Sydney would be hurdling and she's right beside of me. That's how fast she's going. So
that sounds like you did well slow, man, bro. But I think you're supposed to come here with that in the brother. Did you just say that? Why you out yourself like that, brother?
No, man, but you know, I just want the viewers to understand how
fast
special Sydney is running. 50.68.
That is ridiculous.
She broke the record by half a second. That's how fast she was running. So to me, that had to be number 3. All US so far, but no worries. My number 4 now is Sherika Jackson, 21.45.
Yeah,
you know,
you
know, that is just. A lot of people don't understand the mathematics behind it, and I love maths. I have to share the maths.
Yeah, man, break it down.
Look at it.
Do the analysis.
If you divide 21.45 by 2, that is 10.725. So
per
that
100,
means per 100. So
yeah.
Sherika's average speed over the 200 meters is faster than many others over a flat 100 meters. She is literally flying. Her average speed, when you actually look at it, is faster than many others worldwide over a 100 meter. If you break it down that way, but
if you break it down that way,
you
have to break it down that way because that's how you get to understand the brilliance of the thing, right?
You just have to appreciate how fast she was running.
What's it, 10.72?
10.72. That's her that's average per 100 meter.
That is her winning. That is her winning the past like 2 or 3 Olympics or medaling.
Medaling, for sure.
3 Olympics, you know.
For sure. And remember, she ran 10.73 in the flat 100.
Right.
That shows that she's able to maintain that speed right. over 200 meters. So,
and I think also too,
it's impressive.
It's very impressive. I think that also too the fact that she was running the 400 meter, and I think that
and that's strength,
I think that's an interesting thing, because I think Curly also coming down from 400, right?
Fred is coming down from 400.
Here's an interesting thing that is happening
we need to do some analysis into that, right?
Yeah.
Why is it that these 400 meter athletes stepping
coming down on a tier place, right?
And let's go even further. Akeem Bloomfield, when he was just stepping down to 200,
right?
When you're on 43.94, he then came down, I don't know, 1981.
1980.
Why is it that when 400 stepped down?
Come down. I think maybe because of the endurance and the extra work you have to do for endurance. But then we're going to not assume anything. We are going to do our investigation.
We're going to do our investigation.
And then come back with that fully. So you're number 5 now.
Number 5 now. Gonna go Team USA again. And viewers, I don't want to come across by it. It's just a shock for me. The US team beating Jamaica in the women's 4x100 meter. Like, I did not expect that. How can you have number 1, 2, 3
in the world
in the 100 meter, and then now you get beaten in the 4x100 meter? So USA winning that race for me was a big shocker. That was a big shocker for me.
I think this is not to take anything from the girls, right?
Yeah.
And we have to appreciate the fact that they got a silver. But in that case, to me, I think that the Jamaican team snatched defeat from the jaws of victory. Right. So, because that's just on paper. You just spoke about Team Sharika, right?
Yeah.
It's impossible to be beaten.
Exactly.
Right. So if they were beaten, it's really because they wanted to be beaten, or the technical thing. But also too, I think I'm going to have to talk to. I'm going to tell you why I think that happened later on. Because that's up for a big discussion. That's a big discussion.
You cannot have the 3 fastest women.
Yes.
And then you don't win the 4x1. That makes no sense.
Yeah, and I don't think it's their fault alone.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't think it's their fault alone. Alright, so my top 5.
Yes, go ahead now. Share your top 5.
My top 5 has to be the fact that Shelly has cemented herself and her legacy as the all-time great, best ever female sprinter of all time. She is the GOAT, right?
Is the GOAT.
No, there is no questions asked, there is no going around it, there is no mistake, there is no apology.
I want to play devil's advocate here. So, Shelly is the GOAT, right?
Yeah.
On the basis of, because she won this world championship to make it 5 world titles?
Right.
In the 100.
Right.
So that is what makes her the GOAT. But then...
No, that's not what makes her the GOAT.
What makes her the
Because
GOAT?
she also has the Olympic, her entire thing, and she's defying the odds.
Yeah.
At 35 as well.
35.
She has run the fastest time in her career at 35.
At 35.
It speaks to longevity, right? Maybe people say it's genetics. I don't care.
Yeah.
By what measure of the performance of a woman she is.
Yeah.
The fact is that she's doing it and she's delivering it. And she's delivering it.
What about this though? So Elaine, remember, she's double Olympic champion. She's the only woman ever
to double
to do the double. So win the 1 and the 2, 2016. Come back, win the double 2021 Olympics. She's the only woman to do it, and she's also the fastest woman alive. Wouldn't that make her the GOAT?
She is absolutely in the game, but I think that in terms of the overall legacy. Shelly
so
you cannot. Remember, Shelly has been performing from 2008. She and she not disappointed.
2007, right?
2007.
Running the relay
and she not disappointed from that time. Right? So that is over a decade of performances, consistent performances, and again, my rule for success is consistency. I think that in terms of her ability and her natural talent, naturally Elaine is a beast. Right? On her day, if she's fit, whoever.
Exactly. I think 100% Shelly versus a 100% Elaine. I think 100% Elaine take it all day.
Yes, but my pocket rocket, my amazing pocket rocket, right?
The longevity
showed us something very special, right? Because what she did was she ran 9.60 this season. No, who would have thought? Sorry, 10.6. Nice.
No, we're thinking about the males, right? The males, that's what the males should be getting back though, but no problem.
Yeah, alright, fine. So, blooper, right?
Yeah.
She run 10.6 Virgin. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
He laid around 10:54.
No, but what I'm saying these women are defying odds.
Yeah, they're very much
right.
Yeah.
I mean,
you remember the days when we used to see a woman run 10:9, or we're like, whoa.
Whoa!
I remember watching, Karen Stewart, and she run
10:75.
Run 10:9, and I was so impressed. And it's hard to believe that 10 years later now, 10:9 is not impressive anymore.
Because
it's hard to believe.
It's not hard to believe because we do hear what happened. I think that we have to give credit to the persons behind the scenes as well.
Yeah.
Right? Because clearly, right, we have some of the best coaches that has ever graced the planet in terms of athletics. They're students of the craft, right? They've sat down and studied the team, right? And for example, like Stevie Francis, who have produced some of the names, especially from Jamaica. I mean, arguably, perhaps one of the GOATs in coaching, right? I'm talking about globally, right? So this is not a joke thing in terms of the persons and what's happening behind the scenes. I think what's going to happen is that you're going to see even better and more credible performances coming over because and it's not, and I'm very, very excited too about even the younger
generations
of coaches coming.
And happy to see that happy to see the twins are going to be training with Stephen Francis.
I think it's a genius.
But we don't want to stray too much now.
We're not getting into that, right?
We have so much talking points, but we want to get back to the top 5.
My top 5. So
you mentioned
Shellyan, then Duplantis for sure. Duplantis,
absolutely. The old 621.
He's a beast. There is no going around that kind of incredible.
Trust me, 6
meters.
6 point. Trust me, 6 meters is high.
No, of course.
6 meters is high.
I know I'm not even going to want to climb on a ladder going 6 meters. Moreover, going power piece and jumping up. No, sir. But so outside of the obvious bravery, that level of power, that level of technique, that level of skill and prowess and dominance, it's hard as well. There's no going around.
There's no going around.
There's really no going around.
I would just love to see some Jamaicans, start to get into these events.
Of course.
We're jumping like 4'8", 4'9", but I think we can get down into the 5'6", 5'7".
Bro,
we might not be winning, but
you realize you're just
we don't
the blood is there 6 and we have 4. Really? Yo, sorry, I'm never even laugh. I'm talking about lad.
I mean, just for the viewers, we're in the 4'8" region, 4.8 meters, but I would love to see Jamaica get down to 5'6", 5'7", qualify. Then we take it from there. Baby steps.
But I'm not sure. I probably need to talk to somebody about that particular program, what it looks like. Pole vaults in Jamaica and what it looks like in terms of our prospects and possibilities. Of course, I think what this means. It means that we have to have a concentrated effort in order to make that particular thing go forward. And I think that we have enough expertise locally.
Yeah, definitely.
That can probably look into that as well.
I think some of these champs coaches that coach their athletes for these specific events, I think they're the ones that would probably have to orchestrate, gather enough information to ensure that we start to be able to compete worldwide in pole vault.
Yeah, and then hopefully making some of these athletes transition.
We need to see
a big thing there.
To senior level now.
Right.
But your number 3 then?
My number 3, of course, is it's a US thing.
Yeah.
The 1, 2, 3 was
Which one? The males or the 100 or the 200?
The 100.
The 100.
The 100 is incredible. Not incredible. It's okay. The 200, I think both of them have put it 200.
Oh, you put 2 of them. 2 of them tied for your number 3.
Yeah, man. Because but I prefer the 200 because that 19.31
that was
is not a joke.
It is
not a joke.
No persons are even saying that Noah Lyles possibly can break Usain Bolt's world record. That's up for another discussion.
That's up to another discussion. But we're not. I think that he's eyeing, not telling no lie. He's orbiting around, like he might get a periphery look, he might get a side look like
Someone put you on the spot. Do you think he can break the world record?
I can't come to a conclusion yet. I'm not gonna say yes, I'm not gonna say no just yet. Because I think I want to see him some more and do a little bit more research in terms of his mechanics and also what makes him so special.
Yeah.
I think I need to do because to me, you know, he's just 2 years in,
Yeah.
and I think like seriously, and I think
Just a
that's
few years.
few years in,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I think that's serious, not 2 years, few years in,
Yeah.
sorry, and I mean on the world stage as well.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see how he manages maybe this year,
Yeah.
and then I can tell you, say, boy, you know, he's probably going to break the record or not, right?
I think for me, I think with Noah Lyles, I'd like to see him do a lot more 100 meters.
Right.
Right? You know, once I see him do a lot more 100 meters and run, so if I see him run 9.7, then I can say, yeah man, he can break the record. But I mean, as long as he's running
9.8,
9.8, 9.9,
no.
You need more raw speed to break the world record. That is just to me.
Speed, power,
Yeah.
explosion, and then be able to sustain that.
Exactly. We
Right.
know he can sustain it, but can he go faster?
No, but sustain that level of,
Yes.
of explosion, that level of power. Sorry.
Yes.
So that is the issue.
Number
So
4.
Number 4 for me, of course, and we're not taking away anything. It's just that we just have to give it a number,
Yeah.
right? This lady's performance of the 50.6.
6'8", yeah, Sydney McLaughlin, yeah, that's your number 4.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Listen, when I was watching that race, the lady was there, and everyone else was there. Like,
Yeah. Trust me, she was flying. She was flying. She was flying.
I mean,
She was absolutely flying.
and she didn't even look like so she thought.
Yeah. And you know what I found this is another thing I want to talk. I don't know what's happening, but I mean, Sydney McLaughlin won the 400 hurdles. She was 22. She was 22 at the time.
Yeah.
Pole vaulter, 621, 22 years old. And a couple more events that were won by persons 22. I don't know if there's a connection.
The year of the 22 and the 20. Year 2022 and then the year
22. Yeah. There's
some divine orbit.
First time Jamaica had 800 meter athletes, and guess how old they were? 22. That's very suspicious.
That is, I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe it's a Ferguson or beyond.
Something I won't be age 22.
That's an interesting thing, but I don't think, I think it's coincidence. I mean, let's go. It's a brilliant coincidence, an interesting coincidence.
Very interesting coincidence.
But being 22 was the year of 22. It works.
Yeah.
And then my final performance was, of course, Jacko and her incredible prowess in the 200 meter. Second fastest woman of all time in the 200 meter. Being able to do that particular type of running is incredible, and we can argue, we know for a fact that there's still room for improvement for Jacko. So if there's any real threat to the record, it's her.
Yeah. I agree. I would love to see a fully fit Elaine, a fully fit Sherika run the race to 200, and a fully fit Shelly and a fully fit Elaine race to 100. That's just mouth watering.
I think
I just love to see it.
If that happens,
remember Elaine 21:53 when she was winning at Olympics,
right,
by herself. She wasn't really being challenged,
and nobody not pushing her.
Exactly. So,
right. So imagine if what happens.
Imagine if we have Sherry.
Records are going to be shattered.
Yeah.
Records
Well, they already shattered records. So
let me tell you
what more is it?
Let me tell you what's going to happen. You see, anyhow,
yeah,
Shelly and or even Jacko, I'm not sure if she can do it, but anyhow, any of them run 10.5 nothing. Right?
Yeah.
I guarantee you that Elaine, being the beast that she is,
she's gonna respond.
She's gonna respond, and the response
is the world record.
I am. Maybe
yeah.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
Right. But no, it's really you know what I mean? Like, feel how you have to.
Yeah.
But I think that's who we are in terms of the aggression, the power, and the competitive spirit.
Yeah.
Right. I think that if these incredible athletes are able to show up, and then arguably, because we know the world is always eyeing us as well, Jamaican athletes.
Yeah.
Anybody that shows up and threatens, I think it's going to push the whole sport forward.
Yeah.
Right? Because again, you just mentioned that you never knew that it was possible because girls were running 10.
Exactly.
10.9.
Exactly.
And it was like, what?
That was
mind blowing and mind bending, right? And then, but And for the longest while, if you're on 10-7 in a finals, you're probably going to be on pole.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? So for now, it's looking at 10-6. It's crazy.
It's crazy.
So that's what
it's just hard to imagine now we have so much women under sub 10-9. You know, it's just mind blowing. There was a time where you're on 10-88, you know you made up.
Right.
And now we're at the stage where 10-88 is not a guarantee. You might be in the top 5.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's definitely. But what about the men though?
Wait, before we do that.
Yeah.
If you like the content, make sure you like
for
and
sure.
subscribe. Make sure you promote the thing, you support the thing, you share the video. Let people know so we're there. I go with the models over here.
Yeah,
Truck World Podcast. Right? And yeah man, comment as well. Let us know your feedback about some of the things. Tell us your top 5, of course, that you know for the world in terms of performances, senior athletes. Talk to it. I could know what go on. I could know what your thoughts are and crunch some data, you know. Like, you know, my genius over here, right? Who's going to always be correcting me on my bloopers. Right, but yeah. Alright, so you're saying.
You know, I mean, we talk about our top 5. We just want to highlight a couple others, you know, because we don't want.
Honorable mentions.
Honorable mention. You have to mention, you know, Barshim from Qatar. I've been watching him high jump the longest while.
Yeah.
2 meters 37 to win the gold. We have to big him up, right? Special mention there.
Definitely.
I mean, trust me, the high jump finals was intense. You know, once the bar got to 234, it was just, you know.
Intense. But I think fields in general this year was very exciting.
Trust me, the
field events, they're stepping up. They're stepping up
big
wicked,
time.
Wicked.
So what's happening to Jamaican programs, man?
No, well, Jamaican program is not so bad because you have honorable mention Sharika Ricketts as well.
Yeah.
Second to
14, 98?
Yeah, you know.
Medal?
Yeah.
Behind what? Behind
the Rojas,
but
the great.
Yeah, but Rojas.
Is a big.
Talk to me. Do you think she can jump 16 meter in women's triple jump?
I absolutely think she will be able to do it because she's just 0.5 away from it.
But trust me, 0.5 is far.
No, but I mean, based on how she.
No,
but based, I can't. Yeah. I mean, I know we're just talking. I'm just saying things, but I just don't think that it is impossible. I don't think that based on her technique, based on her prowess, based on just everything that she has to offer.
So guys, here Maz is declaring it, you know. She is going to be
the man that draw me out.
Yes, man, I put it in.
No, bro, stop drawing me out.
She's going to be the first woman to jump 16 meters. Remember, if it happened, you know.
Well, it was pretty.
Not me. You say.
You know, so two can milk. Watch me. Watch how. Since you want to play that game, go on. So yeah. So all right. So obviously, I just mentioned my honorable mention, which is Ricketts. And of course, Rojas as well.
Yeah.
I think generally speaking, honorable mention to all the field events. And there was a marathon runner that did something special.
I mean, the 1500, 5000, the marathon. I don't think anything special happened this year. You know, middle distance alone.
Somebody did it under 2 hours, man.
Yeah, but I mean, in terms of times, I just think that we haven't seen it consistently done. But I just feel that, you know, middle distance is not performing up to standard as it
I didn't mean so. It's not exciting.
No, the excitement is there. Don't get me wrong, you know. So I love middle distance. I remember Kip Yegan, she won the 1500 meter for women. She ran 352. Bearing in mind that the championship record is 351. She was 1 second out, very close.
That's pretty good.
You know, in the 5000 meter was excitement, a lot of excitement. The young man from Norway, Finger Britson, you know, his name not coming out the top of my head right now, but he won the 5000 meter in 13:09 and it was a close race. So the engagement was there in the middle distance events, but I just don't think that they're running times close enough to the world record. For example, the world record is 12 minutes and 37 seconds, right? 13:09 won the finals. That's what, 32 seconds off? Do you know 32 seconds is 250 meters? So the world record holder will be beating him by 250 meters. That's exactly. So I'm not saying they should be breaking world records, but I'd like to see the middle distance events get.
I think it is going to. I think that the world record holder. I mean, clearly talking about people that are incredibly special.
Yeah, incredibly special.
So I think what we need now is some talents that are special talents.
Yeah.
In terms of middle distance. Alright, so moving on.
Yes.
Disappointments for this season.
Disappointments. Let's go specific first. Let's talk about Jamaican disappointments.
Jamaican disappointments.
Yeah, Jamaican disappointments. Jamaican disappointment. Number one for me, the biggest disappointment at the World Championship, Johan Blake.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Johan Blake, just for the viewers to know. I've been rooting for Johan Blake ever since he came on the scene, but I think this year Johan Blake gave us false hope and false security in the sense that after he won that
sub 10.
Yeah, 986.
Yeah.
Our 985 at the trials, we were like, no
what?
Man,
Yeah.
Johan Blake got a medal.
Step out.
I said it with my chest.
And if he did that, he would have medal.
Yeah.
If he did that in the finals, yeah, he would have
But I mean, when he went to the World Championship, we saw Blake struggling, coming second in heats, running 10.05 and
unheard of,
you know. And you know, he's the senior Blake, and I thought that, you know, he's the one who should show the younger Blake now, Akeem Blake, how it is done.
Right.
And father like son,
right.
Both of them ran similar times, both of them ran themselves out in the semis. I was disappointed with father Blake. Johan Blake, expected more from him. I expected a medal. Even if he didn't medal, I wanted to see it in the finals, at least 4th or 5th, right?
Right.
So Blake was my number one disappointment.
Yeah.
Share your number one.
My disappointment is that I'm disappointed for an athlete, which is Hansen. I think that honestly, boy, I've always wanted to see consistency, and I wanted Hansen to come up there and just show people themselves it was the fluke.
Yeah.
You know, it was, you know, I'm a boss. You know, he did the work. He looked incredible in his first couple races, right?
Yeah, he looked like he was going to win in the finals.
There was no
way from the semis.
And then, you know, when just to hear that he was not able to show up.
Yeah.
For me, that was
saw him clipping early in the warm up.
Bro.
No, but think about Hansel's luck though. You said that, you know, Hansel's luck in 2020, he had a little niggle.
Right.
You know,
turned out into him couldn't do his best. 2021
now, almost missed the race. 2022 now, clipping a hurdle right before the race. No man, something wrong with Hansel luck, man.
You always have pick up them cosmos divine thing here. Bro, listen. Bro, listen. Stop.
No man, but it's just, you just have to observe these little things that, you know, something is a little off, you know.
I don't think it's something is a little off. I just think that I think he just has to be more careful, more cognizant, more protective, and just manage his thing better.
Yeah.
I think that, you know, he clearly has a talent, and
definitely,
and I think he will be a world beater once he gets these as things in play. Right.
As we talk about Hansel, I mean, for another video, we'll talk about Rashid Broadbell. I really love this. Also 22 years of No, but we have to talk about Rashid Broadbell. In another video though, he ran 12.99.
Right.
Remember at the Diamond League, he beat both Ansel, the Olympic champion.
Right.
And he beat also Grant Holloway, the world champion.
Right.
Run 12.99.
Right.
You know, so I mean, we have to talk about Rashid Broadbell in another video though, viewers. In another video, right?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
so you can go ahead first now. Your second biggest disappointment.
My second biggest disappointment is, I think, it's off the track, because you know I'm gonna discuss around the track as well. I think that, not sure what happened with our very expert coaches.
Yeah.
But for the 4x1 women, not having Brianna on the first leg.
Yeah. I agree.
I think that. And listen, it was a big issue, so I have to tell you what my thoughts are on it.
Naturally.
I think that the girls, ladies, don't have enough time to practice the bottom pass, to build chemistry, right? In Olympics 2020.
Exactly, the same team that won.
They won.
Exactly.
They already have a system, they already have something, right? You have 3 amazing world beaters. The best 3 fastest women on paper. I wouldn't
and a fabulous starter in Brianna.
I wouldn't shake
anything.
I wouldn't shake it. And I mean, I'm not taking anything away from Kemba.
Nothing taken, and I mean,
she's at elite status. Yeah. She is coming up. She's good and exciting and promising. And
she made the team fair and square.
Of course. I mean, so there is no going around that.
No going around her.
But in terms of team
chemistry.
And yeah, and then
Synergy.
also too, she kind of also looked a little wobbly.
From the round, yes,
You know,
to highlight that.
because
In the round,
she's young and she's nervous and she's coming up.
Yeah, and she had a lump in
And
season, right?
so he could have rested her.
Yeah, her college season. Cause from the heat she ran what 11-2 and she was struggling. Clearly, Brianna should have run in the release, man. See,
I think it was an unforced error.
Yeah.
And I think that's disappointing with that.
Yeah. So you're more disappointed with the management.
Of course, the management.
Management. Just want to specify for the viewers.
No.
Not the team that came.
And not Kemba.
Yeah, not Kemba.
Kemba, I'm a G. Kemba, I'm a G. Just know that.
Just putting it on the viewers. It is the management is disappointed.
Yeah. I think that, and we have to be honest. We have to call out people.
Yeah.
What we think to them do an error. I think that was a mistake. I mean, hindsight is a mistake. I think that in principle, though, you can understand what they think
what
they was.
Were doing,
They're trying to be fair. They're trying to understand. But I think that all things considered, I think that experience should have taught you wisdom. I mean, you must lean on the side of experience going forward. You know what I mean? And Kemba is a promising
she's
talent.
Young and upcoming,
She went into
and she's what, 22 years?
And then to extend that, like man 22 again. to extend that though, I'm also disappointed in the fun.
Yeah.
Listen.
That's number 3. Disappointed in the fans.
Fans. Oh, don't forget up. And a cuss an athlete like that. I want to know. Una can't do it. Una can't do it.
Yeah.
Una can't go out there. See, go do even a smidge of that. You can't, if you go out there and take 2 steps, you drop down, proof back, dead. Why can you be making harassing the athletes like that? You crazy? You're unheard of. So Uno is a disappointment, right? Like and subscribe still and hear me cussing out same way. But it is a disappointment. How can you? Right? The girl was so disheartened that she had to come over social media.
Yeah.
Uno mad?
Yeah.
No, we don't do them thing there. We don't do them thing there. Have some pride, have some integrity and understanding. Move and go with that kind of behavior.
I want to play devil's advocate again. I like to do
Go on through. Go be a devil's advocate himself.
No. So the fans looking at it like this. Kemba home trials.
Yeah.
And many persons don't know about Kemba because she train abroad.
Right.
So people is like, who is this Kemba?
Right.
She come trials compete on Iliad.
Right.
Come run 10 8.
Yeah.
Who is that? Right?
Okay.
So now when the people in CR, they must say, we want that Kemba at the World Championship, right?
Sure.
So if you do the mathematics behind of it, and so even if you give her a 5% leeway, right? She's not at 100%. Then 95% Kemba should at least still run what? 10-9 high, 10-9 7, 10-9 8.
Sure.
But she wasn't in that shape.
Right.
So of course fans have the right now to be upset to say, you know, why is she not at her best? Notwithstanding that they don't understand her long collegiate system.
Right. They don't understand the full thing in the background, right?
But they're just looking at it that we're giving her a 5% window. If this is your best, 1088 or 1089, you need to at least the slowest if you run is 1098. Right?
Listen, I think so.
That's
But I mean, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine to have expectations.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
But in the court of law, right? This is how it works.
Yeah.
You can be angry.
Yeah.
Right? And that's emotion.
Yeah.
Right? But an act of aggression is when they get physical.
That is true.
The people take out them phone or their device and start to be aggressive.
Oh, that is what
again. No, you cannot do that.
Yeah.
See, you should be arrested in social media prison.
So they need to issue an apology to Kemba.
They need to apologize. They need to stop the trolling, stop the foolishness.
For sure.
Right? And there's no say. And do your research. I mean, listen to people like we. Right?
For sure.
And be gauged.
For sure.
Be gauged with your responses. You can't do that, man. You can't step out to the athletes them like that and I mean, they are doing, I mean, there was an interview, with the Powells, big up to the G, right?
The fast lane.
The fast lane, big up to
people go check out Asaf.
Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Asaf and his wife.
Yeah, man. Alicia,
yeah. Brilliant stuff. I like the perspective of that, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and what that is giving us is insights into the facts that, these people are real people who have real issues. And you need to understand that some of the things they want to do affect people negatively. And these are gems These are persons who have gone up there and represented.
These are our superstars. So we have to look out for
Superstar.
them.
Of course, and we protect our gems.
Yeah.
Right? So don't do that. Do not do that. And if you don't do that, I'm know one of me, I call the name of me. Me personally.
I'll call you out.
Oh, you mean? Call you out and say, youth! Go!
Alright, on to my second disappointment. Not just blaming a person, but more, you know, a quartet of persons. So the 400 meter personnel is there. The Christopher Taylor, the Hakeem Bloomfield, the Nathan Allen, the Demish Gay,
oh Jesus,
the Kareem Bartley, all of them. These guys are generals, you know. So why them running so slow? Why them running so slow? These guys are generals. Hakeem Bloomfield, for the viewers, a lot of people might even forget. Bloomfield ran 43.94 in 2018. Why is Bloomfield not running 400 meter world championship? People don't know he didn't make the 400 team. That's crazy. Why is a promise like Christopher Taylor, dominated champs, coming straight up now? Christopher Taylor right now should be the man getting at least a bronze medal. Nathan Allen stopped in the semi-finals. I couldn't believe it.
Well, I mean, maybe he had an injury.
He didn't have an injury because he come back and medal in the 4x4. There was no injury. The only thing injured must be his mind.
Okay.
Nathan Allen is too talented to have not been in the 400.
And this is where we get into the athletic hard top. Right? Listen.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, I think, and I mean, this is constructive criticism. This is how you must criticize, right? You need to criticize. First and foremost, the man saying them are general.
They're general. We're not bashing them. We're looking at what they've done in the past and looking at what they're doing now.
I think if I agree with that. I think that, but to Christopher Taylor's credit,
he did make the finals. He did make the finals.
From he made the finals, he must look was So and I think he has been progressively taking him time, making himself known, right? I also think that he should try 200. I think he should. I think Chris must try 200.
Do you remember when Christopher Taylor beat Lashawn Merritt as a high schooler in 200 meters?
Absolutely.
I mean, imagine that. That was the start of brilliance.
No, that was. We're trying to figure out. No,
what is happening?
You know, that again, that's another podcast I want to cover, because I think that the whole idea of the transitioning of
the Jamaican sprinters,
it's something that we have to look at.
It's an issue.
And the general himself said something that we need to look into in terms of. I wonder if some of these athletes speaking
from high school, 16.
So I don't think that. I think that the promise that he showed, I don't think it's a fluke, because he was fairly consistent over those years, and he has made a world champion finals. Which means that it's not a joke, right? It means that he has the acumen and the quality, right? But Jamaica has, over the time, outside of the whole phenomenal sprinting prowess of dynasty that Usain and Asaf and them kind of been sought out, we have always been lukewarm. It's every 1948 every these guys, every half a century. I'm praying that that's not the case.
Maybe not.
I pray that that's not going to be the case. But in general, and then we have always been talking about the quarter miles. And the issue, the biggest issue in terms of our sprinting is male quarter milers.
Because
right?
the females
From
are
big and clap them time.
Yeah, but the females are delivering consistently.
And I'm saying male quarterfinals. So something is happening.
Something is going on with the males.
I don't think it's coached. I don't know what is happening. I don't know.
It can't be coaching, because some train abroad, like Chris Taylor and Bloomfield, they train at Tumbleweed, some train locally.
Right. So we have a fair distribution of training, coaching, and different type of environment.
And they're still performing.
Poor.
And
not let's say poor.
Not poor,
because they are still on the world stage.
They're
still competing. They're still in some races. They're still eating them food.
That's true.
So them are work. But based on the fact that we have we spoil, Jamaica spoiled.
We are
right? So we're just expecting more. I think that, as you said, I'm a general, and I'm hoping that them figure it out, right? So my disappointment in that sense is the fact that the man now protect the legacy. I feel like if that is the case,
But yeah, just for clarity, viewers, this is not us bashing the athletes. As we say, these
no, we don't apologize. We're
not apologizing.
We're critically breaking down the thing. And if, in case you don't know, if you feel like you want us to even add some more stuff to it, we can tell you. Like everything that we say, we can back it up with data, right, and research, right? We need people to come to the table with constructive, scientific analysis.
Just to give the people an example. For example, we're on Bloomfield. Bloomfield ran what? 43.94 for 2018.
Right.
2022, 4 years later, season best 45.1. 45.1. Make that make sense? That's a whole second.
He might get older.
But I mean, as you get older, you should be getting into your peak.
Right.
So Bloomfield is about what, 24, 25. It should be in its peak.
Peak 25. Men generally peak around 25.
26, 27. That's the peak era, right? So I mean, just for viewers, we're not bashing them. We just want them to
the
stats never lie. Men lie, women lie.
The stats never
lie. The data never lies, right?
Anyone profound, right? So if you look on the times, you're seeing where these hopefuls, just not coming forward. In terms of more disappointments, boy, I have a holy.
It's a holy.
But yeah, we're not gonna further with that. And this is a quick. We really never planned for it because so long in terms of the year review. I mean, when you get two people who are genuinely enjoying things, there's reason. So yeah.
But finally though, let's talk about any athletes you would say to look out for based on World Championship. Jamaicans, of course, and you can throw in maybe Caribbean if you want. But let's start with Jamaicans. Any athlete you thought that based on whether it's a national trials or at the World Championship, who is an athlete that we should look out for?
Listen, Kemba Nelson, I don't think we can sleep on her for sure.
Just come Jamaica and come shut up the
place. You can't sleep on a beast of a talent like that. Brianna, you can't sleep on any of these young girls, right? These younger upcoming superstars. Also too, Kirani James' story
coming back.
It is incredible. You can't sleep on Kirani. You can't. The man that come from such an amazingly serious situation and came back and showed his class. So regionally you can't sleep on, right? And we know persons who had seasons like Elaine and these world beaters. I don't think we're going to have that. We're not even going to put them in a conversation, right? Because they have already proven their message. But Kemba, Kirani, for me, are not persons that I think you can sleep on at all, right? In terms of that. And also too, the Clayton twins.
But that's a whole lot of discussion. So that's juniors now.
I mean, sure, but I mean, they're coming up. And I think they're transitioning. So once it is because it's been very quiet. Right? But once they show up, I think they're going to show up.
So just for the viewers to know, we have another video coming for the World Juniors, right? We're going to review World Juniors as
for sure. So, we're going to be looking
at so we'll get more into the twins, the Brianna Listons, we'll get into them a little bit later on.
So the Listons are like the twins, right? So those persons, I think you can't sleep on. Right? Yeah.
I'm going to throw in some names though. My upcoming athletes, well, they're not really upcoming, but persons to watch out for 2023. Anjanette Knight, remember, she didn't get to go to the World Championship because she tripped in the 4 hurdles final. She was well on her course to actually make it into the top 3. I think we're sleeping on her. I think she's going to come back with some...
No, well, we don't sleep on her.
We're not sleeping
you guys
on her.
probably
Just
don't know
as
serious talent like that.
Serious talent. Trust me, Anjanette Knight, she's going to be there.
Look out for her.
Look out for her. Again, I would say look out for Jelani Walker. Jelani Walker made the national team only for the relays though. Only for the relays, he came 4th or 5th
but to make a Jamaican, listen, we need to put in context. To make a Jamaican relay, you're running for another country.
Trust me, Jelani Walker. Look out for him, and I would say look out for young Akeem Blake. I know everybody already put oblique civil on the spotlight.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even mention it.
Everyone already
yeah.
looking. But I think Akeem Blake and Jelani Walker, those two have something special. Something special in store.
You heard it here first. You heard it here first. Jelani Walker, according to Mr. Ferguson, right? According to Rolando Ferguson, right? Rolando Ferguson.
And Akeem Blake.
Yeah,
these two have something special. But remember,
so you're looking for them to once they're injury free.
Once they're injury free,
fantastic.
Yeah, I'm expecting Akeem Blake. I'm gonna put a time to it. So I think he's gonna go sub 9-9. I think so.
Yeah.
Akeem Blake is gonna go
sub 9-9.
And I think Jelani is gonna go sub 10.
Sub 10.
So I think Jamaica, for this season. I think that we have some male sprinters coming up. So 2023 World Championship we should see now.
So you're saying that is once he's injury free, you're predicting.
Yes, predicting
that
he's gonna
Blake is going to
sub 9-9. Sub 9-9.
Probably touch a podium. If it goes sub 9-9.
Well,
there's a strong possibility.
Possibility, but I mean you have to remember that the US quartet is still
there. Fine. But sub 9-9, right?
Yeah, the Kenyan is still there. You know, the Italian, Jacobs is still there.
Why are you?
No, I just have to let you know that. You know, the 100 meters.
So are you making a prediction or are you not making
a prediction? No, I'm making a prediction.
Are you not making a prediction saying he's going to touch a podium?
I didn't say, I cannot tell you he's going to make the podium. I would want him to.
You'd like him to.
I'd like him.
And you think that, but I'm saying, if you look at the data, right?
Yeah. If you're on sub 9-9 in the finals, if you make the World Championship final.
After 3 rounds?
Yeah, after 3 rounds. Should be on
the podium. Remember, sub 9-9.
Should be on the podium.
Sub, 8 sub.
Yeah,
9.8 sub.
Yeah, should be on the podium. Should be on the podium.
So,
yeah.
Well, be a man about it, man.
No, man. You can run sub 9-9 throughout the season and then go to the World
Championship. No, but we're talking about World Championships. I would just say, if he runs this.
If he runs that.
Then he's going to be at the podium.
It's going to be
So you're predicting that's a possibility.
Wait, there's a possibility. But I was saying though, just for clarity for the viewers.
Wait.
Clarity.
Yeah. You're in predictions here. Like, share, comment, subscribe.
Yes, so just for clarity for the viewers, I think he's gonna go sub 9-9 for the season. I'm not speaking about the actual World Championship.
Sure.
Because it's very difficult to predict how athletes perform at the World Championship. But I can say a healthy Akeem Blake should run sub 9-9 under Michael Freitas' guidance.
Listen,
I
mean, listen to me. It's a huge thing that's in a bridge. We have been kind of wanting to see, these youngsters step out, and it's very, very good to see these.
And next year, in 2023, this year, guess how old he will be?
23?
22. 21,
no, when the spell broke because because it's 22 for 22.
Yes, so gosh.
Thank you, Lord. You are numbers, man. Yeah, okay, fine. So I think that 2023 is going to based on the 2022. It was a great season, and we are definitely looking into. Upcoming talents. We had some disappointments. We could have done better awards for sure.
Definitely.
With the answer disappointment and a few other mishaps, right? Even as far back as night, right?
Yeah.
I think she probably could have even round up to even in the finals, and anything
can happen.
Right. So of course she probably wouldn't have beat McCall.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Or Dalila or any other big names. Right?
But there was a possible bronze there that she probably could have squeezed up.
Or I wouldn't say any medal was there when I look at the medal times. 51-7 was second or something like that. And 52 low, bronze. I don't think any medal was there for her. But I thought
finals were there.
Finals was
at least that.
And she would have
which once in the finals.
Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. So I just want to say congratulations to the athletes for the job well done.
Well done, Team Jamaica. 10 medals this year.
Team USA.
Team USA as
Team
well.
Track World. Right? I think that job well done. I think that you gave us a very exciting season. And what do you think?
Yeah, it was an exciting season. But before we wrap up, I just want to ask you, based on this year, we've got 10 medals. This World Championship 2022. 2019 we had 12 medals. So we regressed a little bit. I remember we're at the post-bowl period, right?
Right.
So what are your expectations in terms of medal tally for Jamaica, Team Jamaica in 2023 this year?
Listen, I'm going to.
Remember, it's post-bowl period.
No.
Post-bowl period now.
But what I think is going to happen is that we're gonna save that for the next video.
Next video.
Because I don't want you can't ask me to give them the goal so quick. You know what I mean? If you like the video, if you think that we're doing a good job, you know, like, comment, subscribe, give us some. I mean, keep on saying that you're talking.
For real. If you enjoy the content, enjoy our conversation, just please like, subscribe, and leave some comments, right? You can, tell us what you want to hear. We'll be coming up with lives. We're going to be doing a lot of things. Remember, it's tracks of tracks.
Yeah, we're going to be tracking the tracks.
We're tracking the track.
You know what I mean?
With us, everything track.
Yeah, we're in the field for the tracks.
We're in the field for the tracks. So plenty of things coming up for the track season, right?
Right.
Which the track season starting January 7th.
Yeah.
On Saturday.
Big up everybody that has been a part of this season again. And thank you for joining us because, we are about to make the thing happen.
Yeah, we're going to make it happen.
All right.
Tracking the track.
Tracking the track.
Tracking the track.
Yeah, man.
All right.